Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where I was noticing something as I was setting up here. We've got a lot of little places where we can peek through the fog on account of where the Urkins have been, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe the Roving Clans' territory is just like absolutely huge. We know that they've been at war with people. Who are they at war with right now? Okay, at the moment they're just at war with Red. But I wonder if they have managed to claim territory off of a couple of people. They are tremendously leading on overall score. Now, overall score does not necessarily correlate to winning ability. At least we better hope not. They have a dramatically, ridiculously huge army. So this is the number of owned city tiles. It doesn't necessarily tell you how many cities they have. This is like the number of total districts owned. Their population is quite high. They got all the researches. Oh, actually, that's interesting. Yeah, they're above 45 and they're plateauing on research output. So they're working on an endless tech. Here on turn 94. Boy, we're super losing. I hope nobody minds. I do kind of want to just play this one out to the end, even though I am fairly certain we're going to lose. We're going to do our best here. But I'm kind of curious how it's going to end, actually. I sort of just want to see what's going to happen. So let's reacclimate. Okay, we're running over here to get pearls. You're probably just going to garrison in Soth. We should probably build some more military units at some point here. But we also have... Gosh, we got a lot of problems. We have a lot of other other problems to deal with. So right now we're saving up for an empire plan. We were thinking about this, although to be perfectly honest with you, it is probably the case that we no longer need that branch. Could we do 720? We'd have to be generating 100 influence a turn, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, it slows down the money building in Kajnor, but to be perfectly honest with you, it's almost certainly worth it. Yeah, okay, let's go for that, and then we'll worry about getting people, manipulating people into war against green potentially once we can actually make alliances. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely want to make sure we are getting out of the water as quickly as possible at the beginning of the turn. Okay, yeah, you're good. So yeah, we're getting our stuff in line, but we're probably just like 10 to 20 turns behind pace. And if I'm totally honest with you, I don't even know where it really happened. Are we... Okay, yeah, the gold ran out. I was gonna say, that's an awful lot of money per turn to have lost, but that makes sense. Gold is worth a tremendous amount of dust per turn once your empire gets even a little bit big. Ah, yes, and faction quest, right. Every day, dust becomes less our master, more our servant. Once complex puzzles are now child's play. Verda, my brother, we shall soon find your workshop and avenge your passing. I was trying to there we go. Every night he comes to me in my dreams, always the same. I believe it's a memory, well, part of a memory, but the mind plays tricks, so I cannot be certain. We are children, a handful of years between us. We are walking in the dunes beyond the last tents of our settlement where penitence is offered, the sun hot, the land barren save for a scattering of pine trees. Something sparkles on the sand and Verda snatches it up. He turns his back and gasps. What have you found? I cry, curious but enjoying being teased nonetheless. Show me! He turns back to me, his hands cupped, eyes gleeful. With this we could be as powerful as the Saoshyant sister. He lifts his hands closer, and then the earth shudders and the sun blinds me momentarily, and when I can see again he is gone, only his footprints left in the sand. When someone leaves you suddenly, without warning, without answers, it is like having a piece of your heart ripped from you. You are not complete. I know this because though the shock of his death has now passed, there is still a hole the shape of Verda inside me. I don't know if we will ever be together again, But I do know that that hole, that wound, will only begin to heal when I learn the truth. That is why Reza's claim that she has found a way to fix the location of my brother's secret hideaway leaves the hairs on the back of my neck raised and the taste of fire on my tongue. Will we learn to tame dust, and will I gain some peace? I offer extreme mortification, praying that when we find this haven, it is much more than a simple retreat. So Verda had a hidden lab, accessible with his scepter and a specific incantation, but more magic is required to find its location. We have to put 4 pillars of extraction up. Pillar of extraction. So we just finished the tech for... Okay, the pillar of influence. Which one is extraction? Okay. Well, that's a little inconvenient, but I guess we can go back and get it. Oh, hey, and here's a giant green army. 155 defense on 312 life, 227 attack into 150 damage. Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem. Attack boost 2, health boost 2, initiative boost 2. And of course, it's Makaniche, so also army boost 2, even more stats on top of all that. Yeah, it's bad, is the thing about that. What we should do is very quickly at the beginning of the turn, hide in the garrison of Tsoth. They can attack and kill the unit. They cannot attack the city without a proper war declaration, which I guess they're probably not afraid to make anyway. Yeah, we're in a position where we absolutely cannot fight back. We need somebody else to start fighting them back. And then, like, we need to build a military of some kind so that we have the ability to fight back a little bit, but, like, what am I gonna... How? Where am I gonna get the units? So we don't even have... Yeah, we don't even have the design for the Zealot. That's probably a thing we should fix. You know what? I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, is it even worth picking this up right now? Because it doesn't make much sense to finish this at a time when we're going to have actually 0 influence, right? Like right after the Empire plan. Maybe we delay that a little bit. Let's get the thing for the faction quest. Then we'll consider... Then we'll get the Ateshi Zealot. We'll like do some army designing. We'll see if we can figure out. You know, having a good ranged unit can give you the power to overcome a lot of nonsense. Oh, it's eclipse time, apparently. Alright, so as soon as this button lights up, we must press it. Quickly, little unit, run! Run for your life! Okay. Sweet freedom. We made it. Now they're going to steal all my ruins, of course. And we've been banned from the market. Just antagonism is what it is. It's just unbidden antagonism. Well, at least we got a small number of pearls. So we should probably go ahead and purchase access to the chapel at the very least. Both of the cities in which we might build a chapel are kind of busy. I guess we could do it over here. Yeah, you know, that's not a terrible idea. Oh, he's doing the bonus vision range thing. So we definitely want you to run back toward. We have these these temple ruins over here. Matanch, okay, yeah, Matanch does have an extra unit. Let's just send you up to loot this as soon as the turn begins. And then I guess I can have you stand here. Okay, Red is creating a tunnel into our territory. I am not inclined to mess with that. Where are my current... How long are my current pillars? Okay, those come down next turn. Oh man, and then if we wanted to build up a military, we'd have to get the roving clans to let us use the market again, and this whole thing has just been everybody's dunking on the poor ardent mages. All right. Well, let's hope that we get some good stuff from the eclipse, because I am feeling vulnerable and nervous. So I think we just sit without pillars for a second here until we finish this, and then we put up 4 of those real fast. I do want to run our faction quest through to the end if we can, even if we do think we're going to lose this one, because it'll help us be ready for the rewards next time. Information, always good. 10 Palladian. What an annoying and spiteful thing to do. I mean, I could just bribe them. I'm just gonna buy my point of population back. Yeah, Green is very invested in spending influence badly just for the purpose of being an annoyance. And I wish things were going worse for them. I wish that they were having actual challenges in their game such that they could not afford to do this. But they apparently are having just a real easy time of it. Let's see, there are some confluxes around here. Yeah, let's make a run for that. Maybe we can grab this ruin at the beginning of the turn before they get to it. And then we'll come back and actually fight the neutrals afterward. Do I want to just do the plow factory here? To be perfectly honest with you, I kind of want to build out the burrows a little bit more just to make the, this is a gain of 1 tile of effectiveness on that pillar. Also, we desperately need more territory. Absolutely not. I will not bribe you to stop being an asshole. I'm a little surprised to see the Draken player has not researched public works on their own, given how much they like influence. I do not think that's a very good deal, though. So yeah, right now my twin goals, I suppose, are try to see if we can get people to turn against Green and finish our faction quest so that we know what all the steps are so that we can use it, we can be more prepared for it in the next game. And we are not too far off in the next winter. It's hard to know exactly how long a winter is going to last. Like, that last one seemed like it was really short. But as we are approaching, we're approaching winter 4, right? Like, it has the potential to be very long. It's not guaranteed that it will be, but... Quickly. They want it, but they can't have it. And then run away! Yep, they were going for it, too. Ooh, 20 Titan Bones. That's a shame. First of all, I don't think we have access to the resource market, and secondly, even if we did, it wouldn't matter because I'm banned from the market. Okay, I'm gonna need you to not do that, please. Oh, right, Kachner's governor was poisoned. Well, we'll buy him back here in a second. Fortunately, that does not require market access. Alright, hide the real unit. As ever, standard plan. I will say, I do not love that we are going first here. They only have 2 movements, so I guess we can set up in safe positions and then rush them next turn. I'll move you to here. I didn't realize these things only had 2 base movement. I guess move to, yeah, all right. So we can just pin them all in place and never let them make any decisions. I think that would probably be a pretty helpful thing to do. Yeah, and if we just trade damage fair, that ends up pretty far in our favor. Alright, everybody just do the same things. Again, right, like this is just complete spite on Green's part. This was no meaningful impediment to us at all. It was just annoying. And they were willing to spend hundreds of influence on just annoying. Because that's where their game is at right now. Oh, it's not even expensive. This is what happens when your neighbors don't put pressure on you. That's me. I'm the neighbors who are not putting pressure. Do we have enough? We do, in fact, have enough pearls to run another chapel. Well, I mean, again, we're focused pretty hard on dust here, on influence, and all of the places that would actually want to do this. So I guess we don't need to commit the pearls right now. What do I think we need most? It's probably Plow Factory. It's a little bit hard to get full advantage out of a Plow Factory that you build this late in the game, sadly. Yeah, it's probably still right, though. Alright, I don't think there's any reason for this unit to do anything other than just get into a garrison, hang out, and provide XP for a hero. We know that they have troublemakers in Kajnor, and I would like to do a roundup, but we're gonna have to wait until after the well, I guess we have enough influence for the Empire plan now, right? We could fire the roundup now. We probably should. This turn is a sensible time to do it. Okay, somebody else got the Guardian Slayer, fine by me. Blue wants me to buy open borders from them. It's just like, why? Why would I care about that? Okay, 20 Moonleaf. All of these non-reactive amounts of resources. It's a real bummer. Oh, hey. There's pearls and stuff. We should probably grab those. Alright, so let's put up 4 pillars of extraction. So one can go right here, that'll be pretty good, and then I guess the others can just, yeah, any tile adjacent to 2 districts. Wait, do I really not have, I didn't even, okay. Next turn we can do another one. Dude, screw you. I hate him very much. So he wouldn't have noticed that this was happening yet because the security level hasn't started creeping up just yet. All right, so next turn we're gonna have to put up the other pillar. It really just didn't even occur to me that with that much dust, I might not have enough to go to 4. It is really hard to have enough dust to do normal dust things, plus pillar stuff, plus have dust for spell casting in combat. Like, it's a lot. It's just a lot to manage with the Ardent Mages. We have to put a lot more effort, I think, into making sure that we have a lot of tiles that we are drawing from the entire game, which means, you know, actually building districts out earlier and stuff. It is costly to do in a bunch of different ways, but it is necessary. Alright, so there's my 4 pillars. They did the thing again. All the way over here, huh? Yeah, I guess they have vision from their sea stuff. Again, this is stuff that like almost cannot have a meaningful effect on me. It is just annoyances. One wonders, though, if they're spending this much time and effort on annoying me. Okay, we're going to ignore the sea monster. Like, does that mean that I have their full attention? Am I being considered as a target for devouring, potentially? So now that we have our money-making building here and everything, I don't know, probably plow factory? We could build out some districts. It would take a couple of districts to get to the nearest anomaly. Oh, there's a ruin over here worth searching as well. Okay. I am going to build the plow factory. Alright, so yeah, we'll come get this, and then we'll fix the village in a second. And I guess you're just gonna run up here and jump into garrison instead. The Berdeki is faster. Alright, so who's generating victory notifications? Ah, the roving clans. They're already at 30% on the dust victory. Now, that may not seem like a big deal, but you have to expect that on something like that, you know, their rate of gain is increasing geometrically, so they will make up the next 70% pretty quickly, probably. All right, so now that we're done with all of that, do I want to pull some people off of influence? We could probably at least move this village, or this city, since we're only halfway on influence anyway. We still want enough to make some deals with players, but we're not quite ready to do that yet. Got to get our dust together so that we can buy our hero back in a couple of seconds here. It really is just like, it is non-stop harassment on us, though. I wonder, because like it basically has to be green is trying to create a position where they think they can take us over quickly, because otherwise I don't know how I make sense as a target. I certainly am not a person that they have to fight. Alright, we did it. 25 dust water. Send an ardent mage hero with the transcendent rod and 2 level 6 Ateshi zealots. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be allowed to purchase the a new hero for that, so we'll have to repurpose a governor. Okay, 170 dust. Do not hate that. Level 6 Ateshi zealots are going to be a little bit awkward. I don't think we have the ability to produce those. Wow, management sciences and my pearls, huh? So it has to be an Ardent Mage's hero. So okay, we can have it be Zarcha Atenul, of course. And then yeah, so we're currently creating units at level 4. They had to be level 6 for this step of the quest? Okay, so we would have to either wait until a much later era, or produce some units and actually have them leveling up through combat, or research the buildings that give bonus XP to units when you build them and actually create a city where where we build units at a much higher level than usual. None of those things are trivial. Wow, it actually it suggests we're going to lose badly. Interesting. I would imagine that militia are pretty good against this unit in particular. You're just gonna hang out nearby. you know, we do get all the bonus damage on account of their cavalry. All right, I'm gonna try something with our Bernecki here. It's probably just gonna get killed, because gosh, the base stats of a Bernecki are bad. But if it successfully executes crippling charge, we will get some value here. No crippling charge. Well, at least we did prevent one of them from attacking, which, you know, that gives us a little bit of control over the situation. It let us have another reinforcement, a unit be able to move off a reinforcement space instead of getting pinned. Interesting. Ran over to the healthy ones. Wonder why. Okay, well, fortunately, this is over. Yeah, I don't know, man. That balance of power circle there, not doing a good job predicting outcomes. The Urkin Chaka has been tamed by the roving clan. Seems like that happens a lot, actually. I refuse. So we've hit a dead end on our faction quest for the moment, then. Which is a shame. That does lock off one of our main avenues of continued interesting advancement. I guess you'll just run back up here as well. Wow, we're getting everything done next turn. Alright, so how many turns are we looking at on the ability to make allies? It's probably like 4-ish. 6. Oof. Alright, our rate of science output relative to our tech costs has gotten really bad. Probably this is partially because we do not have pillars down, the right kind of pillars. Yeah, man, the financial boost of getting those dust refineries finished is so huge. It's a very, very significant moment in your economic development. No. Weird deal. I mean, it was a lot of dust. You gotta give him that. Alright, so Strike's Far is about to get poisoned out again. We will certainly be able to afford to rehire. Here in the capital, in Amenvar, we probably ought to build... I can't build a burrow here until that pillar goes away, right. Well... yeah, I guess get the plow factory done. I guess that's the same deal here. I mean, every city should have one. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Again, it's only one decisive battle, right? You know what? Sure, why not? Let's plow factories for everyone. Except for you, you've already finished your plow factory. Oh, right, I didn't actually... I fought the loose units. I didn't actually buy the village back. Get back over here. Fortunately, we're fast enough that's easy to do. I was looking at this and I was like, wait a minute, why is our chapel only giving us +4? But yeah, that's why. So Soth is maybe just more districts. I don't know that we really are in position to benefit from too much else. And if I move people off of industry, okay, it doesn't add that much. Let's get some more population in here. because we do need a larger amount of total population to be to produce a viable city shape. If we're doing this thing where we're trying to wrap our cities around the pillars. Alright, so here's the turn where we have to buy strikes far back, and then we have all of this money. It would be awfully nice to have access to the actual market. We do not have the technology for the resource part of the market, right? No, I never got it. So we could go back and get that. Yep, that's my governor getting wounded. That slightly more intense sound. Okay, 300 dust. Again, just like the AI, green particularly, just inflicting costs on us for the sake of inflicting costs on us. Doing his best to keep me from developing, which is, you know, it's going well. It's not bad play. So all this money plus all these pillars. I mean, we could do some buyouts in some places, I guess, if we're not going to be able to use our money to access the market. Let's see. Market ban nullification would cost 560 still. That recent status penalty is not worn off. It looks like removal's not that big of a deal. And in fact, we could even move to peace. Adding peace there did not change their opinion very much. Okay, you don't want any of my technologies. Yep, that makes sense, because right there. They're in big research time. Well, I don't want to declare war on anyone on their behalf. Looks like if I gave them all of my titanium and all of my adamantium, they'd be willing to do it. I mean, we kind of need our titanium is the thing. Because, like, if we're going to have the ability to build military units, looks like we can leech a lot of this out of the deal. Apparently, I should have just given them the technology when they wanted it. Because we do, remember, from an early quest step, we do have access to actually really good weapons tech. It's just a matter of finding the right moment to use it. Okay, people are under the roving clan. The roving clans is taking control of all of the Urkins. That one has managed to just break to neutral. Where is the third one right now? Oh, here. Okay, here's two of them, and then the third one is neutral. So they're really doing quite well at the moment. Out of curiosity. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Being sort of generally antagonistic and then also generating victory notifications just has all of the other players turn on you instantly. What about you? Okay, blue is no longer your friend. That's good news. Blue has also been banned from the marketplace, but yeah, I bet that the roving clans were doing the same thing to everyone else that they're doing to us. The ban from the marketplace and then try to extort them back in strategy. And it's just the annoyance from that combined with the victory notification has just turned the whole world against them. Oh, hey, we have a couple of sources of moonleaf. Where did we get more moonleaf? I mean, I'm not going to question. I'm going to launch the booster. That's pretty great. So what I came in here for, though, was just out of curiosity. Okay, it has caused a small dip in their military strength. What are they doing that they're at 715,000 points of militariness? I think I know who's going to win. You know, is it spiteful that I'm like kind of very pleased that green is going to lose after all of the stuff they've done to us? It doesn't feel like it's coming from a good place. Yeah, I just didn't build enough districts here. I was so worried about losing approval and ending up costing ourselves resources by dipping down approval tracks that we just are not exploiting enough tiles, and as such, not bringing enough resources in. And if you're not bringing enough resources in, obviously it breaks everything, right? Your heroes aren't leveling up quickly enough because you're not finishing buildings quickly enough. Your other rates of gain are not going up because you're not building quickly enough. I was too timid. Alright, so we'll just buy y'all back in, and then we will return to Kajnor. Green just wants cold peace. I'm definitely not doing this. Somehow they don't have public granary. The thing is, I don't know that it's worth it. So, like, peace with green would not prevent them from attacking us as long as the black spot is up. Like, basically, as long as they have the black spot on us, peace is a one-way arrangement. Where I can't harass them and they're still free to do whatever they want to me. Okay, I thought for a second there I was seeing a siege fence, but I forgot. The outside of the Roving Clans districts are just like wound around with these big bits of fabric. So, yep. Khazar has been taken over by the purple player, about whom we know very little. We know that they're the Wild Walkers, but we don't even really have a sense of like how they're doing. I need to meet them. We still haven't gotten anybody's maps or anything. Because it kind of, by the time we had access to them, it became less important. So, even more districts, perhaps? Probably, right? So I don't really want to just build this long straight line, but I do want the 10 food that's on that anomaly. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. So... do I want peace with green? I don't think it's actually beneficial to me to have peace with green. And how are we doing on removal cost? Wow, that has remained expensive for a really long time. So yeah, they consider peace just kind of like gently in their favor. Why? What changed? Is it just that you're losing your war badly, or like... maybe. Hard to say. Wow, their military is also getting extremely powerful. Wow, that's a big gain. Like, look at the slope on that. Well, good news, everybody. We have a higher military score than Red does. Let's build a district over top of the Mithrite so that when I actually do the Mithrite research, shortly after this, we can start mining it. Yeah, I'm going to refuse. If we had taken both of the deals such that they couldn't attack us anymore in our territory, then, I mean, that would have been fine, I guess. But the fact is, we can't really make ourselves safe from them with their military that size. And my suspicion is that they are maybe too busy to harass us at this point with their actual units. It seems like they might be. You know, I'm realizing we have vision of their army, but we haven't really looked at their numbers very much. That's a lot of life. Dervishes with also 824 health. Yeah, it's all very impressive and terrifying. Something tells me that we are not going to be able to compete militarily in this game. I've fallen too far behind. Let's get that done. And it's not like urgent. Let's bump this city back to tremendous food output. You know, building population is another way that you increase your resource outputs, and hopefully just a little bit more and faster than I have here. Let's make ourselves a burrow that gains us a... What do you call it? Gains us an anomaly. And slowly continue to do research. We need to get some higher level science tech out here. As we are building more districts, obviously the Advanced Alchemy Lab becomes more and more sensible. But do I want to instead just build the extra district? We're not really reaching out to anything except the ocean. Oh, there's an anomaly up this way. Yeah, all right. We're going to see exactly how much we can catch up on these rates of gain. Largely, I'm just like saving up for winter. We probably have enough dust for winter, I guess. Just very nervous. I'm just always very nervous. Because sometimes you'll think you are fine, and winter will hit, and all of a sudden your total gold output will drop by like 1,500. It's like, what? How did that even occur? How am I all of a sudden negative 100 per turn? So we can see little bits of green military. I mean, we haven't seen green harassing us and running garbage around in our territory for long enough that they basically have to be fully at war with the roving clans. So I sort of wonder if we could just execute a backstab here. Yep, and there's their victory tech. So it probably is just the doubled rate of dust increase tech. That's what I would get in their situation. And obviously, I'm great at the game. Look how well I'm doing. So of course you would expect them to follow my advice. We can probably tell really easily, though. Okay. It's less easy to tell than I thought it might be. They are currently producing 22,000 dust per turn, though. So, you know, pretty good. These numbers are not 100% correct, because ours is showing 420. Green actually has more... This elimination, this is counting the regions, right? Green is actually doing very well. Blue is doing extremely poorly. Is Blue's getting beat up real bad in the war? I could see how that would be the case. God, I wonder what happened right here. It is worth remembering that the military score chart values health over most other stats, if I remember correctly. So this could just be the roving clans hiring a ton of mercenaries because their mercenaries do get double HP. So this may not be as impressive as it looks because their other stats will not be nearly as good as a sort of a base level player unit, you know, with the retrofits and whatnot. But yeah, I think that we have figured out how this game's going to end. I do believe it is going to be the roving clans consume all of their enemies and then generate enough dust to basically do whatever they want, because dust is hard magic. It's like the good magic. It's the make a person's organs burst out of their body in a gout of fire type magic. You know, the good stuff, the fun stuff, the stuff you really want to be associated with. Wow, Vor 33. They have redesigned the unit design for this unit 32 times. I mean, its stats seem good. It just, there's no way that 32 redesigns is worth the time that they are spending on it, though, right? Just the internal computer brain cycles not being used optimally. Hooray, religious fervor. Infinite influence for everybody. Some of us more than others, I guess. The people who have 16 regions right now are overjoyed. So, Endegear also probably not benefiting from the alchemy lab all that much. If we build toward the water, we can make a cargo dock. Someday. Some sweet, sweet day. So you can see like our total overall resource levels have gotten good-ish. They've gotten okay. Forward. Okay. Sorry, I want Imperial funding. We need rare metal foundries. Okay, and that one's 3. We're pushing back up on our research speed. I'm not even sure why it is so different between this tech and the last one. So, new plan. What if we ally with these guys? What about an alliance? Hey friend, I heard you have coattails. Could I just hitch a quick ride? It looks like the answer is probably no. What if I declared war on green on your behalf? I've been thinking about doing it anyway. Okay, they don't care at all about the others. Declaring war on green, it makes them think. They're like, okay, I see what you're bringing to the table here. So, I mean, that pretty much confirms that this war is largely the roving clans versus green, with other people just sort of like nibbling around the edges. I do not have any idea how to take advantage of that. I guess green was seeming like they wanted to be friends with us. What if we just went all in on the be friends with green plan? Okay, it looks like they're not actually interested in that. But what if I gave you every object that I own in the entire world? And then I also declared war on your truest enemy. No, not blue. Aha! I mean, they're kind of into it a little bit. We obviously can't quite afford that, but like I could cut some of this stuff off of the table. Could maybe even no, I cannot even get an early game technology. Oh, we should get topography. I never went back and got topography. The geomic labs would be really good for us. Out of curiosity, if I put everything back on the table, could I then... Nope, still no topography. I hate to do a coattails victory. You know, I like to feel useful, and this would not only be me not really being useful. This would be me basically just like buying my way into a victory that I extremely do not deserve. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because we might need these resources. Again, what we want to do is wait until we see Green's military strength start dropping precipitously, and then we just want to like rush one of their cities. Oh, right, which means we picked up our unit design. I need to actually go build or design out what our attack units would be. The problem is, we know that our enemies just have huge amounts of health. So we're going to have to design some stuff that is very aggressive. We do also have combat magic, and we have the dust to be very aggressive with our combat magic at this point in the game. Also, everybody's got questions for me. Did we just reach this way? Probably, right? I guess we can kind of go toward the hydromiel. Then we could... Yeah, we could build a luxury intensifier over that potentially if we get enough pearls from this coming winter. Which really should be any turn now. Here in Endgear, we built a thing. Let's build another thing. Yeah, I think I am just kind of generally building toward the water. 25 approval, the 25 approval booster from the Empire Plan has bought us some happiness threshold. Although in this city, if we build another district, we are going to drop below 90. Maybe this would be an okay time to just build some other stuff. Okay, so all that's done. Let's look through these deals. Green just wants peace. I am not buying open borders from you. That's weird. No, I don't think so. Everybody wants hospitality den. This I will take. So having access to the market and being able to buy luxuries is pretty valuable. Now they can just they can just reban us, just like everything else. You know, if the status change was recent, it costs more to rechange it, so it would be expensive. But I don't necessarily think that it will be a problem for them. My suspicion is they have all of the influence that they need, and probably quite a lot more. Still considering the backstab. And Green is starting to lose military. Given that I think we're doomed anyway, it could be fun to just go for the backstab and see if we can get anything at all done. Let's talk about this unit. So the Ateshi Zealot here has Fire Rain, normal damage to the target, 50% to opponents next to the target. So every shot is a 7-tile AoE. I would be inclined to equip you with Titanium Mage Wands. So 35 attack, 35 damage, or 38 damage. You can see quite a bit better than the dust gear that we have access to. Very expensive, but and then the difference between the wand and the scepter is that the scepter gives slowdown, while this gives a minus 30% attack, which I think is going to be more relevant, probably. Maybe I should do slowdown. Just try to keep them off of us? Is that a better thing to do? You know, it might be. Letting them attack at all is a hugely bad idea. And then we build you some basic armor and helmet and stuff. Improved life on self, probably a good idea. And then like, probably want movement. So keep in mind that the stats you're seeing there are, of course, the base stats for the unit. They do not take into account the level ups, but that's pretty bad, man. That's a lot lower than the numbers that we're seeing on our enemies. We also, since we have access to the market right now, we should probably buy a combat hero. So army attack boost 2, defense and initiative. You know, that's not bad. And if you're gonna start building a let's take this. If you're gonna start building a military hero this late in the game, it might be a good idea for them to be a support hero, because a lot of the high value stuff in the support tree is pretty low. We're gonna grab that and that and that. I do want the other reinforcement position, but I also want 60 life plus 15% life. And then, I mean, you know what I would love to equip you with is the, okay, so it's 18. 18 is an awful lot of resources. So you're going to get army health boost and the finest gear that we can make out of just caking a bunch of dust together. So 39 attack, 22 damage, plus 60% attack, plus 30% damage. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more attack. The damage is maybe leaving a little bit to be desired, but It's a lot more attack, and that will matter. And then, like, improved personal life as well, and then, yeah, probably that. Okay. So, I definitely want to have you moving around on the world map. And do we probably want to pass these units over to her, right? Just give her some XP to gain. My unit designs are very bad. Very bad indeed. They look cool, though. Okay. Well, that's an army, technically. It's hard to argue with. Oh, right, I can't retrofit this zealot because even though we do have zealots, I got this when I couldn't. So it doesn't really count as one of our units. That's a bummer. All right, I'm going to put you back in the garrison at Kajnor. But aside from that, we at least have like a mobile combat force now. We should definitely actually build some more units. You know what? Let's we could probably steer off of influence focus for a minute here. Get that burrow finished and then like get 1 or 2 units out. I'm just really curious what their stats will be like when they are actually leveled up. So I'm not going to take peace from either of them at the moment. Trying to leave my options open here. I don't know that it's going to matter, but like if we have even the slightest ability to backstab green, I do want to take it. So I think what we'll do here is we'll just move the zealot out of the army, have them go to Soth instead of what I was just saying, to pick up any pearls that might be in that direction. Yep, like that. Perfect. And then you, with your slightly better movement, can back up and grab these. Yeah, all of our heroes are underleveled, in part because we bought them a little bit late, in part because the cities are just not completing stuff fast enough. It has been an unfortunate cycle. So I do think it makes the most sense for us to go science at this point, probably. That's become pretty good. We could lay one down over here and it would be all right. Is that not? You know, there's a little bit of hitching. It turns out. Still, somehow. How much money does it cost? It's $2.90. You know what? I'm just gonna keep putting them down until I run out of cash. We can do one more. All right. Hooray for having science. I bet Green's gonna get annoyed with us for taking pearls, even though they are pearls that are inside my territory. It is clear that Green considers most things inside my territory to actually belong to them. So how is stuff going with the roving war? So I think that's basically what's going to determine everything about this game. They are continuing to gain military strength turn by turn. Their dust output is... I don't even understand what could possibly cause the numbers we're seeing here, like these wild bounces up and down. Wild Walkers have a victory tech, but the roving clans are at 46% of the economic victory, so that is 100% how the game is going to end if nobody can figure out how to stop them. And sadly, I am too small a part of the world to get to be the determiner this time. If Endgame worked really hard, how quick could they... Okay, that's not terrible. Alright, in 2 turns, hopefully we'll be able to buy some Hyperium from the market. Or we will at least know the going rate for Hyperium. And try not to get screwed when we have to trade it off of other players, which is a thing that is going to happen, sadly. But, you know, if we wanna be able to move our faction quest forward, we only have so many options. That said, yeah, we're definitely not going to have the units at the level that we need. I'm 5th place on quests. Brutal, just absolutely brutal. I'm not doing anything right. So there is this point that happens somewhere around like the middle of Era 3, where like you've got some Era 3 building techs, you've started to actually complete some Era 3 buildings, and all of a sudden like your rate of gain on whatever you're specialized in just shoots through the stratosphere. This is like what we saw with the dust refineries finishing, and all of a sudden not only is dust not a problem anymore, but like we are constantly rolling in it. We can be hiring heroes on a whim. It's very important to reach that point as quickly as you can. We were slow to it this time. Everybody's on victory technologies apparently. I mean, if somebody were to press really hard on science, I wonder if they could pull the science victory out from underneath the roving clans' dust victory. It's hard to imagine, but it should be possible. Where does it make sense to build more? I guess here. Looks like the Urkins, tamed by the roving clans, tamed by the Kapaku, tamed by the roving clans. Wait a minute. The Urkin Fakir has been tamed by the roving clans. This one also says that same thing, and this one says Chaka has been taken over by the Kapaku. So what happened? Did it maybe get defeated back to neutrality, and then the roving clans got Fakir again afterward? And then now Fakir is Morgar. Kind of, sort of. It's alone in this territory. So yeah, you can see they are fighting over these cities. Fortification is low. Was that green before? Is green actually making progress here? If so, maybe we need to friend up. Nah, a good backstab is still like, not that I think it will happen, but the value of it, if we could make it happen, would be so high. It's hard to imagine not wanting to go for it. And to be clear, I'm not talking about mechanical value. I'm talking about my personal satisfaction value. Alright, so we have access to the full market for the first time in the game, and some dust. Not a huge amount, not an incredible amount, but maybe enough to push a booster or two. You know what could happen? It's probably not going to happen, but you know what could happen? The AI, all the leading AIs could just kill each other. We could just end up in sort of a mutually assured destruction, and then the world falls to the ardent mages who are quietly building in the corner. Blue is barely holding on. We don't actually have any idea how brown is doing or what their whole deal is. Ah, they're forgotten. I'm pretty sure that's forgotten architecture. Interesting that they're even still in the game. A thing I've seen happen more than once with the Forgotten is that they just get wiped out early because they're very annoying. They're always spying on you and stuff because their mechanics are based on spying on you in some interesting ways. And so the Forgotten AI tends to get wiped out by its neighbors if it can't get a really strong foothold quickly. Fakir has been reclaimed by the roaming empire, or the roving clans. This would actually be pretty good now. So Ateshi Zealot level 4, 99 attack with 77 damage. Yeah. The fact that you get that attack damage several times spread over a bunch of tiles, it's probably not going to matter. That's not enough to compete at this point in the game. Hooray, more pearls. You know, it matters. Everyone matters a little bit. Okay, so out of curiosity, there is some Hyperium on the market. Not enough to be able to push our faction quest forward, but that's okay. We don't have the units for it anyway. There's some wine, so we could just we could pin ourselves to 100% approval. You know, I don't hate it. What do I need to fire a booster? 35? I guess at the moment we're not like desperate for it though. What if I... So at 735 we're not going to be able to afford this. We can sell some adamantium though. Make ourselves plenty of room for some of that, and then like... Yeah, I guess the wine is also worth having. So yeah, if we wanted the Hyperium, we would just have to trade it off another player. Right, which is fine. All right, can we please max out our approval? There we go. Everybody's so damn happy. So we're still a significant number of technologies away from even the next era. The penultimate era. What a place to be when other people are working on their second victory tech. Or maybe even beyond that. We don't get a notification when they finish their second. Okay. No, nobody's gone beyond that. The scientific victory status just measures how many of the 5 victory technologies you need to win. It's not based on like any other kind of progress, any pre-Era 6 progress. It's just X of 5. We can take a look at their research though. Okay, so yeah. The roving clans are definitely working on their second one then. Their dust is really all over the place. But this tells a big story right here. The emeralds and the moonleaf have run out. And I've never been sadder, let me tell you. Yeah, so it tends to be the case that pearls do appear in the same tiles every winter. Once you know a place where pearls spawn, you should just go back and check there every new dark season. So we're going to put together a little army. We're going to go to the border. We're going to look for a city that doesn't have any, like, a garrison in it because they're, you know, too busy off fighting blue. And then we're going to run in and take it, and that is how we will end the game, with a tremendous act of spite, mirroring Green's actions toward us for the entirety of the game. I feel comfortable with that, honestly. If you can't win, you may as well be a jerk. I mean, one thing I will say about this army is that it probably can take 2 militia units. There's a likelihood that is the case. We're starting to get some real rough performance here. I'm assuming at the beginning of a new turn, the AI is moving just like a tremendous amount of units back and forth at this juncture. So yeah, we haven't seen this city's nameplate. I was gonna say in quite a while, but actually I think it might be ever. It's possible we've never seen it. Give me the. There we go. So we really have no idea how defended it is. It's far away from what Green would probably consider to be the front in that war. It might be undefended. It might be a thing we could just sneak in and take it. All right, Pink has worked out their first victory tech. And, you know, good for them. Bunch of little heroes they are. Do I want a Bradecki? I'm going to put a Bradecki in the queue as well. We should have something that can stand and fight. We will have one melee unit to run interference. Right, Green still wants peace. Oh, now that's interesting. That I may take. Peace with no extra stuff on the table is definitely more compelling. No, reset. There we go. So when we go to declare war on Green, we can probably ally with Lilac at the same time, right? They would do it. Okay, if I'm willing to give them absolutely everything, they'll totally go for it. Do I just do it now? I'm concerned that they may change their evaluation. We may not get another chance. The other thing I'm concerned about, of course, is that we will declare war on Green and they will immediately kill me. It's pretty hard to tell what's going on in the war. And I mean, if we make friends with, if we ally with the roving clans, there's a real good chance that I just lose out from there, right? Like everybody turns on me, and I'm easy pickings for. Well, I'm easy pickings for Green and Pink. Blue's empire has been so small for so long. They may not actually be that much tougher than us anymore. I am seriously considering just taking that deal, though. Because again, I'm very worried that we'll lose it if we don't jump on it right now. I'm going to think about it. I think that's where I'm at, because it's actually, we're quite a ways into this episode here. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, or whenever I can get this next episode out, we are going to do perhaps the most ardent mages thing ever and backstab ourselves into oblivion. Probably. And we'll see you then.